Between November 10th and 13th, Europol coordinated the biggest cybercrime takedown of the year. And if you've ever had your password stolen, your bank account drained, or your identity hijacked, the criminals responsible might have just been arrested. We're talking about 1,025 servers seized, 20 domains obliterated, and 3 cybercrime empires that collectively infected hundreds of thousands of computers worldwide. Gone in 72 hours. But here's what makes this different from every other cybercrime bust you've heard about. This wasn't just law enforcement playing whack-a-mole. This was surgical precision targeting the entire supply chain of digital crime. They didn't just arrest the foot soldiers. They dismantled the infrastructure, seized the cryptocurrency wallets, and cut off the money flow that keeps these criminal enterprises alive. Let me break down exactly what Europol just accomplished, because this is how you properly destroy cybercrime syndicates. Operation Endgame. Phase 3 involved authorities from 11 countries working with over 30 private sector partners. This wasn't just European law enforcement. This was a global coalition with one mission: total annihilation of these criminal networks. Target number 1, Rhadamanthys InfoStealer. This malware became the leading credential theft tool after authorities took down Luma earlier this year. It was responsible for stealing millions of passwords, credit card numbers, and cryptocurrency wallet keys. Target number 2, Venomrat Remote Access Trojan. This wasn't just spyware. It was a complete takeover tool that gave criminals full control of infected computers. They could watch you through your webcam, record your keystrokes, and steal files while you slept. Target number 3, Elysium Botnet. A network of infected computers that could be commanded to launch attacks, mine cryptocurrency, or serve as proxies for other criminal activities. But here's where this story gets really interesting: the money trail. The operator behind Rhadamanthys allegedly had access to over 100,000 cryptocurrency wallets potentially worth millions of dollars. Think about that for a second. 100,000 wallets. That's not just stealing lunch money. That's industrial-scale financial theft. Every wallet represents someone's savings, someone's investment, someone's financial future. And when Europol seized those servers, they didn't just stop the malware. They potentially recovered millions in stolen cryptocurrency. That's real money going back to real victims. The main suspect behind Venomrat was arrested in Greece, and I guarantee you he wasn't expecting international law enforcement to show up at his door with a warrant and a full understanding of his operation. Here's something that should make every victim of cybercrime pay attention. Have I Been Pawned just received 2 million impacted email addresses and 7.4 million passwords from this operation. That means if you've been wondering whether your credentials were stolen by these specific operations, you can actually check. Troy Hunt and his team are processing the largest data recovery in recent history. But here's what's really significant. This data represents the scope of the damage these 3 operations caused. 7.4 million passwords stolen from hundreds of thousands of victims worldwide. And this is just what they recovered from the servers they seized. The actual number of victims is probably much higher because criminals don't keep perfect records of their crimes. Now here's what makes this takedown so strategically important. It's part of an ongoing evolution in how law enforcement fights cybercrime. Rhadamanthys became the leading info stealer after authorities took down Luma earlier this year. See the pattern? Take one down, another rises, then you take that one down too. But Europol's warning at the end of their announcement says it best. Endgame doesn't end here. Think about your next move. That's not just a press release. That's a direct threat to every cybercriminal watching. They're essentially saying, we know who you are, we know how you operate, and we're coming for you next. That's psychological warfare against the criminal underground. What makes Operation Endgame so effective is that they're not just arresting people. They're destroying the entire criminal ecosystem. 1,025 servers seized means 1,025 command and control centers that can no longer coordinate attacks. 20 domains taken down means 20 fewer ways for malware to communicate with its masters. But here's the really clever part. they're also disrupting the criminal economy. When you seize cryptocurrency wallets and shut down payment processors, you're cutting off the money that funds these operations. It's like shutting down the banks that fund terrorism, except these banks were funding the theft of your personal data and financial information. So what does this massive takedown actually mean for regular people who just want to use the internet without getting robbed? First, if you've been a victim of credential theft in the past year, check Have I Been Pwned? The data from this operation might finally tell you exactly how your information was stolen. Second, this takedown probably just made the internet a little bit safer for everyone. 3 major malware operations are gone, their infrastructure is destroyed, and their operators are either arrested or running scared. But third, and this is crucial, new operations will try to fill the void. The criminal underground doesn't take holidays, and there are always new players ready to step up. Operation Endgame. Phase 3 proves that international cooperation can actually work against cybercrime. 11 countries, 30 private partners, and surgical precision targeting the entire criminal supply chain. Next week, I'm diving into the Fluent Bit vulnerabilities that put 15 billion deployments at risk, and why your logging infrastructure might be the weakest link in your security chain. Subscribe because cybercrime never sleeps, but neither does law enforcement. Hit that notification bell. The next takedown might involve criminals who have your data right now.